All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Let's get caught up now on tonight's biggest stories.
This is the evening news on ABC13. The Galveston County probation officer who is charged with several counts of sexual assault appeared in court earlier this evening. This here is a look at Eric Alzafari making his first appearance. The 42-year-old was arrested at his Pearland home this morning. Now, at least 6 women who were on probation say Alzafari sexually touched them or harassed them, offering to waive their legal fees or ignore failed drug test in exchange.
It's one of the most watched videos on ABC13.com. A teen was shot in the neck by a suspect who was trying to steal his cell phone in North Harris County. Surveillance video showing that teenager getting up, running for help after he was hit. Harris County deputies tell us he got off a Metro bus, was headed to a friend's house. When the suspects confronted him, the teen tried to fight, and that's when he was shot. He was able to run to his friend's house and get help. Now he is in stable condition, we understand. The suspects remain on the run.
Family and friends are holding a vigil tonight for Cara Taylor. She was shot and killed at a Christmas party this week.
Yeah, this as the man police say pulled the trigger remains on the run tonight. ABC 13's Maya Shea has much more on how she is being remembered.
Tonight, family and friends gathered here at Cleveland Park and Rice Military with a candlelight vigil to honor their good friend, Cara Taylor. Cara would walk her dogs here, and she also was a huge sports fan. That's why a lot of people here are wearing Astros jerseys as a way to honor their great friend. We also want to show you as well a new photo of Al Simon, her ex-boyfriend, suspected of killing her, shooting her on Christmas Eve. He is still wanted, and the friends wanted us to share this newer photo because they say this is a more accurate description of what he looks like, and they're hoping it will lead to hopefully his capture. They're also sharing new photos of Cara Taylor, photos that show just what a fun person she was, what a great friend she was. We talked to her best friend, who tells us that Cara Taylor would love spending time with all her friends, her family, would laugh easily, would find funny things in everything there is to do in life, whether it's sometimes just sweeping the floor or even mowing the lawn. They say they will not forget her.
I don't know who could do something like this, you know? Somebody so kind. Sometimes I guess you get caught up with the wrong people, you know, and don't know your way out.
And as the candlelight vigil continues, it's important to remember that this is an active investigation. In fact, sheriff deputies and investigators are here at this vigil. They are working on trying to track Simon down. They are, of course, hoping that he would turn himself in. Reporting from Rice Military, Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
And meantime, tonight in Louisiana, family and friends gathering to remember a mother who was found dead in Houston last week.
A visitation for Heidi Broussard is happening tonight in her hometown of Lake Charles. ABC 13's Charlie Edsity has more.
We've been watching car after car come here to the parking lot of Johnson's funeral home, and that pretty much gives you a good idea of how much Heidi meant to the entire community. The 33-year-old mother is being mourned and remembered tonight, a couple of weeks after she was first reported missing from her Austin apartment with her infant daughter, Margot. Now, of course, we all know the awful outcome. Heidi found strangled to death in the trunk of a car that was found at a Northwest Houston home. And baby Margot found okay, but tragically now without a mother. You can only imagine how incredibly heartbroken this family is. For the past several weeks, they've been living a nightmare, but tonight they say the focus is on Heidi and celebrating her life. Now, we spoke with a friend earlier this evening who is remembering Heidi's joyful spirit that will be missed.
Our friendship was the kind of friendship that people dream of. It's one of those ones that you could not see each other for days, months, and when we saw each other again, it was like we never left each other. We picked right back up where we left off.
And visitation will continue tomorrow. That starts at noon, and the actual service for Heidi will begin at 2 o'clock here at the funeral home, and she will be laid to rest a little bit later on that evening at a nearby cemetery. In Lake Charles, Charlie Edsity, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
A mother is taking aim at the city of Houston after her daughter was shocked by electrical equipment.
Yeah, that mother says the girl died and then was revived 3 times. Now she's suing for $25 million. ABC 13's Nick Notario has the story.
What happened at Moody Park's baseball field prompted changes at all Houston parks. 4 months ago, 2 girls and a grandfather were shocked after making contact with a ground electrical box. The city says all electrical ground boxes would be replaced or upgraded for safety. For the first time, the victims' families talked about what happened and how the city reacted.
I'm angry. I'm frustrated. Something that could have been solved if somebody would have done the job correctly.
That doesn't do anything for us. Doesn't do anything for my daughter wanting to kill herself.
The parents, as well as the injured grandfather, filed a $25 million lawsuit today against the city, electric company, and Little League. All named parties told us they won't comment on pending litigation. The 14-page lawsuit alleges complaints about the field's electricity were made prior to the shocking. The document also outlines a lack of training and protocol from the Little League. The victims are seeking money for physical pain, but also emotional issues.
I don't go and visit my friends, my family, or anything. It's just, it's like something to turn off.
The girls' parents say they're suffering from burns, nerve damage, and several surgeries. Each is out of the hospital. They're unsure about long-term damage.
They shouldn't have to go through that. They shouldn't have to go through that at all. Any parent shouldn't have to go through that.
But they're hoping changes made at city parks will mean no other parents will ever have to go through what their children experienced. Nick Notario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, after a cloudy and soggy day today, we're monitoring the risk of sea fog tonight.
ABC 13 Chief Meteorologist Travis Herzog has your updated timeline on what we can expect in the coming hours. Hello, Travis.
Yeah, we are expecting that fog to settle through southeast Texas, but by sunrise, we are expecting it to not be as dense as it was this morning. So instead of widespread dense fog, which is a quarter-mile visibility or less, we're looking at more half-mile or greater visibility. The reason being stronger winds developing ahead of a storm system that'll bring us a chance of rain Saturday and a chance of thunderstorms on Sunday morning. So when we look at our fogcast for Saturday 9 a.m., we see the fog lifting pretty quickly compared to what it did today. That's again due to the stronger south breeze that will kick in from the Gulf of Mexico. The one spot where we will continue to have foggy problems will be anywhere near the cooler shelf water, so around the bays and along the upper Texas coastline. Fog may continue to be an issue, but the stronger winds do give me hope that at least the visibility won't be as poor as it has been the past few days. Let's talk about the rain chance now. As we rewind back to Saturday 6 a.m., there will be a front moving through West Texas. The timing of this weather system has slowed down, so we are no longer concerned about big thunderstorms Saturday evening. The chance of thunderstorms will be after midnight into Sunday morning towards sunrise. Saturday afternoon, there will still be a gloomy look to the sky and a few scattered showers, but the line of showers and storms will still be pretty far to our west. It won't be until about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning that there's the potential for some rumbles of thunder to reach Houston, and more thunderstorms will develop behind the actual front as strong jet stream winds lift up the atmosphere. The good news is we're no longer expecting those rotating thunderstorms that could lead to severe weather. As we get into Sunday afternoon, the sky clears out, dry air rolls in, and we're done with the sea fog, at least for a few days. Behind that, the next big rainmaker is going to arrive on New Year's Day into January 2nd, and this one is going to tug into some tropical moisture from the Caribbean. That means there's the potential here for some really heavy rainfall. We're looking at, at least the computer models right now, they're predicting record levels of moisture with this weather system for the time of year, which means there is the potential for some heavy rain. Right now, it looks like 1 to 3 inches will be fairly common and widespread. It's actually rain that we could use because it's been very dry going back to November 1st. So a 40% chance of some light scattered rain showers. Most people on Saturday pick up less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. The heavier storms arrive now on Sunday morning, but by the afternoon we get the sunshine. We go from a high of 76 on Saturday to a high of 67 Sunday, and then Monday morning, now it's going to feel a little more like wintertime. 39 in the morning, 63 in the afternoon. The next weather system behind the one this weekend also coming in a little slower now, and for that reason we've taken the rain chance out for New Year's Eve, so should be dry for all your outdoor plans on New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Day that the rain begins to settle in and the storms get heavier as we get into Thursday. But the first weekend of the new year looking like it's going to be nice and sunny as we kick off 2020.
Hey, some good news for 2020. Thanks, Travis. Well, there are several major developments with plans to move the Battleship Texas out of LaPorte. The Battleship Foundation said earlier in the year that it hoped to have moved the ship out of its current location by the end of the year. Well, now the foundation says work is being done on the ship's channel's entrance to the ship's berth. This will allow for an easier dredging operation to allow better tug access to the ship. The foundation is also working on finishing up its request for proposals for a new permanent location application for the Battleship, which will hopefully go out shortly after New Year's. The goal is to announce a future home for the ship early next year.
And you will love this story. It's been a 3-year fight against cancer for 11-year-old Elijah Lewis, but today he celebrated an important milestone in his treatment. There he is, a run down the hallway and ringing the bell at the Texas Children's Hospital, signifying, of course, that he is done with his treatments. That's an overwhelming feeling, no doubt, for that young man. He was diagnosed with leukemia back in January of 2017, and after his appointment today, he's ringing in the new year cancer-free.
He's always smiling, so he never gave up on himself, and I think he kind of kept us on a positive road.
The kid filled with positivity. At today's bell ringing, Texas Children's also gave him a pair of tickets to this weekend's Texans game. Wow, that's awesome. We know he's a huge fan, of course, so congratulations, Elijah. We are rooting for you. Good luck in the future as well. Absolutely.
Weren't lying. We love that story.
Yep.
Good for him. Well, thanks for getting caught up on the evening news.
Yeah, be sure to join us tonight, 10 o'clock, ABC 13. Have a great night, everyone. Have a terrific weekend.